Welcome back once more for a mammoth day of roulette spins. You're getting 90 minutes of action out of me today. We're here for our third and final session here at the wheel. My name's still Adam, this is still the real European roulette wheel, and let's get our timer underway. 30 minutes on the clock, or on the timer. Let us see where the results land this time. Very interesting session at the wheel today. Took us 105-ish spins to get all results out. 0 is the hottest number, you can see it there 3 times on the marquee. It has been out 9 times in 100 and... Let's find out the exact number of spins. 123 spins, 9 times out. The first result of this session is 18 red. 18 is red, even low. In the third column in the second dozen and parts of the voisin section of the wheel. So yeah, 0 is the hottest number. Number 1 is second place, along with 32, both on 7 spins apiece. 28, 30 and 9 as well as 27 are on 5 spins apiece. They've got quite a few on 4 spins. 23 hasn't been seen in 103 spins. It was on 1 appearance, it's now on its second. It's the Enigma number, it's also red odd high. TCS section of the wheel, middle column, middle dozen. So my voice could easily die in this section. In this particular section of spins, so please accept my apologies if that does happen. Or you might prefer it, let me know. Do you want quiet spins? Do you want talky spins? I am happy to provide either. 0, out again. It's falling off one edge of the marquee and back onto the other. Not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the voisin de 0 on its 10th appearance in 125 spins. So I want to quickly talk about responsible gaming, because obviously here at this wheel, no money changes hands. You can't bet on this wheel, this is just for fun. This is just so you can have a little laugh, a little bit of enjoyment in tracking the ball. 24 is the next result. Third column, middle dozen, black even high, TR section. So yeah, this is just for fun. We will never ever take money here at the wheel. We don't even get paid by YouTube to do this. It's not advertised, it's not monetized, the music's free, everything's free here. 22 is the next result. In the first column in the second dozen, it's black even high in the voisin section of the wheel. So yeah, gamble responsibly is what I want to talk about. It's really easy to get caught into a sort of trap of gambling. You gamble away, you gamble to make up losses, and it just doesn't work. In the end, the house is always going to win. Casinos especially are designed to take as much money off you as possible. They'll lure you in with free drinks as we go into number 5. 5 red odd low. First dozen rather, middle column, part of the TR section of the wheel. So yeah, they'll give you free drinks, they might give you a bit of hospitality. They're there to take money off you. In a lot of casinos you'll see slot machines lining the entrance and exits. That is so that if you've got a few winnings you might get tempted. What I would say is don't take a credit or debit card to a casino, just take cash. Get an Uber or something for your way home. Disable Apple Pay, Android Pay as we go into number 9. 9 red odd and low, third column in the first dozen, part of the Orphaland section. So yeah, disable your payment methods, remove them from your devices and just have cash. Book an Uber for the way home, book a taxi, get a bus. Drive if you've not drunk. Just make sure you only take the money you have in your pocket. Don't spend anything you can't afford to lose, pay your bills before. And online gaming is really dangerous as we go into number 36. 36 is huge and it's rouge. Third column, third dozen, red even high, TR section. Now I've got people very close to me who have had trouble with gambling in the past. And they've self-excluded, that's another option you've got. You can just exclude yourself from any casino, any betting shop, online gambling, anywhere up and down the UK at least. And I'd recommend doing that as soon as you feel even a slight hint of a problem, nip it in the bud. I could be preaching to the choir, I could feel like I'm patronising. Number 11 is the next result. Black odd and low, I beg your pardon, middle column first dozen, part of the TR section. However, I've dealt the game, I know how much of a problem it can be. I don't like seeing people get into any kind of difficulty. There's a reason I'm this side of the wheel, and that isn't because I want to make lots of money, it's because I just want to deal the game. I'm really interested in the game, but I know I'd develop a problem if I was the other side of the wheel. 5's the next result. red odd low, middle column in the first dozen and part of the tier. I'm not a member of any casino at the moment. I've deleted all my accounts because I don't want to spend money. I don't want to spend any money on the game of roulette. I've been on this side long enough to know just how badly you can do. If you get on a really good streak, you think, yeah, it's going to continue, and it never does. But let's move off the heavy topic of problem gambling and go into number 14, the number of love, middle column, middle dozen. It's a red even low number, and it's in the Orphaland section of the wheel. So that is 2 Orphalands in 5 spins. Bit of a voisin drought at the moment. Moving the mouse to the standy-uppy position, where I still have to lean down. I'm quite tall, you see. And this wheel's the right height for me to spin. It's the exact same height as any casino table would be. And we're in number 17. 17 in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Middle column, middle dozen. It's black, it's odd, and it's low. So we're on a bit of a run of low numbers. Bit of a drought of voisin numbers. And in terms of the columns, when was the last time we saw the first column? 22, quite a few spins ago. So the last time we saw a voisin was the last time we saw the first column. Number 2 is your next result. 2 is black, 2 is even, and 2 is low. 2 can be found in the first dozen, in the second column, and it's in the voisin de 0 section of the wheel. 2 in the middle column, and in the voisin, of course, meaning that we've had a voisin number quite recently now, obviously the last result, but still no first column, and we've had a chain of 5 middle column numbers in a row. Are we going to get 6? Let's find out. We are indeed with 17. In, out, and in again. It's doing the hokey cokey. Middle column, middle dozen. Orphaland section of the wheel, and it's black, it's odd, and it's low. 3 black numbers back to back. 2 of them have been the number 17. 17, still not really doing anything remarkable. Middle of the road number. But it's got a little bit warmer. Number 4 is still our quietest number. 134 spins since we last saw the number 4. 19, next door to 4, is our second quietest. 6 is the next result, continuing a little pattern of Orphaland. It's in the third column this time, in the first dozen. It's black, it's even, and it's low. So 4 black numbers in a row. Quite a few Orphaland in the last few spins. Bit of a voisin drought. The voisin, of course, was on fire earlier. All our hottest numbers seem to be in the voisin. Or most of them, at least. But the voisin has cooled down. But we are back in 15. 15, a warmish number in the third column, in the second dozen. It's a black odd low number in the voisin section of the wheel. 15 now on its 5th appearance of the day. It's catching up with 26. 26 has cooled right down, actually. It's only on 4 spins. So that hot section seems to be shifting to the right. If you take 0 at the 12 o'clock position, the hot section is ebbing ever so slightly to the right. 18 reds the next result. 18, of course, being the age you have to be to play roulette in the United Kingdom. It is a red, even, and low number. Third column, second dozen, part of the voisin. Now, if you're under 18, you really shouldn't be watching this video. I was under 18 when I was watching the roulette channels, and trust me, you don't want to get into this early. I'm 28 now. I've been around the game of roulette for far longer than I care to admit. Whoa, the hokey cokey with number 15. 15, it's black, it's odd, it's low. Third column, second dozen, part of the voisin section of the wheel, in, out, and in again, like we did with 17 a few spins previous. So 15 warming up. That hot section seems to be shifting. Is it though? 19, frigid. 4, frigid. They're the 2 numbers round from 15. So yeah, I first encountered the game of roulette. Number 10's the next result. I will get a chance to talk. 10, black even low, first column, first dozen, tier. So yeah, I first encountered the game of roulette in 2005, 2006, something like that. With a channel called Vegas 24/7. They morphed into Live Roulette TV, morphed into Super Casino, so they are responsible for me being here now, indirectly at least. So yeah, I was, how old was I? 14, 15 at the time when I first encountered live roulette. 22 is the next result. First column, second dozen. It's black, it's even, and it is high. It's in the voisin. So by the time I was 16, I'd pretty much memorised everything there was to know about most of the game of roulette. At 19, I had an opportunity to deal, and the rest is history. Got this wheel in 2014. 5 years I've had this wheel. It's got the finger marks on some of the frets to show it, to be honest. Number 21, on the cusp of our very, very quiet numbers. 21 is... Oh, actually, 21 was our third quietest number. So 19, 4 and 21 were our quietest numbers in that section. 21 red odd high, third column, second dozen, voisin section of the wheel. So I've been spinning this wheel for just shy of 5 years even. In, I think I want to say I got it middle of September 2014. Might have been the start of September, might have been the 1st of September. 25 is the next result. In the first column in the third dozen. It's a red odd high number in the voisin section of the wheel. 25 is on only its second appearance of the day. 4 and 19 on one spin apiece, as is 31. 31's the odd one out there, because it's on the other side of the wheel. Almost opposite, actually. Double carpet, 33. Third column, third dozen, TCS section, a black odd high number. Moving on from 33 very, very rapidly. We're on spin number 145. By my reckoning, we should get to about 180 or so. Maybe 190. If we get to 190, I might be tempted to just go up to 200, you know. We'll see how we feel. We'll see how the wheel behaves. The zero's cooled off. It's nowhere near the hot numbers, or nowhere near the marquee, I should say. 29 is the next result. Middle column, third dozen. A black odd high number in the voisin section of the wheel. Zero we've not seen in quite some time now. It's not on my recent numbers list. I've got a longer list than you. I've got the last 20 spins or so. You've got the last 15. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's how the software produces the numbers. Legs 11 is the next result. A middle column, first dozen. It's a black, odd, and a low number, and it's in the TR section. Now you may notice sometimes the ball doesn't quite have enough energy to hit the side of the pocket. That's because I'm keeping the wheel really, really slow so you can track it on camera. When I spin it a little bit quicker like I have this time, you will be able to see that the ball should land in one of the edges of the pocket. It shouldn't ever roll. If it rolls from one side to another, it means you've got a wonky wheel. The big green zero, talk about it enough and it comes out on its 11th appearance of the day. Now 4 spins hotter than any other number. Voisin to zero only, and zero spiel I guess, for the big green zero. So our second hottest numbers are 32 and 1. 4 spins between them though. 11 spins for 0, 7 spins for numbers 32 and 1. So if we get a quad repeater, it will join it. If we don't, it'll be at least 5 spins before we get a new hot number. 32. Am I psychic? Who knows? 32 now our second hottest number. Middle column, third dozen, voisin section of the wheel. It's a red even high number. Are we going to get 32 again? Who knows? I certainly don't. I wish I did. I wish I could say this was scripted. But this wheel, it behaves in mysterious ways. As I'm sure you can tell by now, and I'm pacing around because I'm trying to keep my legs from seizing up. 26. Of course it's 26. Third dozen, middle column again. Next door to the zero again. No spin. Let's do that again. Flipping heck. 26, third column in these. Third dozen, middle column. It's a black even high number in the voisin. There we go. There's a spin. Oh, this wheel, it's remarkable what happens with it sometimes. I might be really geeky, I might be really nerdy with it, but it's a passion, isn't it? It's fun for me. And if you get some enjoyment out of it, even better. And we're almost halfway through this session. Number 4 is out at long flaming last, 148 spins since we last saw it in the first column in the first dozen. It's black, even and low, and it's in the voisin section. In fact, I seem to remember that we had a lot of first column, first dozen numbers at the very beginning. So at the very beginning we had number 4 as our third spin, we had number 1 as our first spin, so I'm slightly mistaken. Number 17, Sabotage, middle column, middle dozen, a black odd low number in the Orphanland section of the wheel. Let's get another spin underway. At least the ball hasn't flown out the wheel. My hand position was slightly wrong with that no spin. Sometimes happens. Especially when you're on autopilot with spinning. When you're trying to talk and spin, sometimes you don't pay as much attention as you should. Little mental note in future. And of course 26 was taunting me. Number 7, nation's luckiest number. A red, odd, and a high number. Low number. Definitely low, because it's first dozen, first column. And it's part of the Voisin section. You're watching somebody slowly lose their marbles because they've been up for, well, probably about 22, 23 hours now. Talking into a microphone with a roulette wheel in front of them. And with just numbers all across their screens. Double carpet 33. 33 is black, odd and high, third column, third dozen, TS section of the wheel. This is spin number 155. Well, actually, technically, I did. Now, I've not told you this yet, but I did a rehearsal session before this, which was 45 minutes and a 30-minute session. So I am on to like my third and bit hour in like 4 hours. So I'm going a bit number blind as we go into 27, the other side of the tiare. Extreme to extreme with the tiare. It's red this time, but it's still odd and high. Still in the third column, still in the third dozen. So yeah, 27 is one edge of the tiare, 33 is the other edge of the tiare. Are we going to stay in the tiare? Are we going to go to the Voisin? Are we going to go to the Orphanland? It's got to be one of the three. Most likely in the Voisin, second likely in the tiare, and least likely in the Orphanland. We are rimming our way around the wheel. Where's it going to stop? It stopped in 13. 13, the unlucky number for a lot of people. It is a black, odd and high low number. First column, second dozen. Part of the tiare. A one pocket around from the number 27. Rims happen every so often. It's where the ball just hits the canoe in a certain way and then starts travelling around the wheel. Sometimes I've seen them last a minute or so, but that would be classed as a no spin in a casino at that point. Number 4 hadn't been seen in a long time, and now it's out twice on that marquee. First column, first dozen, a black even low number in the Voisin section of the wheel. 19 and 31, our two coldest numbers and our two quietest numbers. 19 hasn't been seen in 125 spins, 31 in 93 spins. 20 is our next coldest number, or quietest number. It's on 4 spins, but we last saw it 78 spins ago, so it was really hot at the start. It was joint hottest with number 1 at some points. And now we're in 23. 23 is red odd high, middle column, middle dozen, TS section of the wheel. So 20, really hot at the start, sort of leapfrogging with number 1 for pole position, and now it's just disappeared off the face of the planet, or the face of the wheel if you like. Number 1, not been seen in 46 spins. It's been out 7 times, but it hasn't been out since we crossed the 112 spin mark. 21, it's got the correct digits at the end, but it's the wrong number. 21, red, odd and high. Middle dozen, third column, and part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Nothing really too remarkable going on with the columns or dozens at the moment, not that I can see anyway. I shall have a look at the stats in full in a second, see if I can spot anything really dominating. 34 making its third appearance of the day. 34 red, 34 even, and 34 high. First column, third dozen, Orphanland section of the wheel. 34 was our last number out, but it's been out 3 times in 55 spins, I want to say, maybe 56. And let's have a little look at these stats. The 0 on 7%, that's ludicrous. Odd and even, pretty much even Stevens. Low dominating over high. Red dominating over black. And that continues with the number 7. 7, it's red, odd and low. First column, first dozen. And it's in the Voisin section of the wheel. As we go for another spin. 7, it's out twice on the marquee there. Not doing too badly, not doing exceptionally well. It's our 8th hottest number. Well, technically, actually, it's our 4th hottest number, joint with 5, 15, 9, 11, and 7, as well as 27. 7 came out the later out of those, hence why 7 is technically colder. 17. Are we doing the finales of 7? 17. It's a black, odd, and low number, middle column, middle dozen. Or phalanx section of the wheel. You can see it twice on the marquee as well. We had 7 and 17 one way, and we've had it the other way around now. So, what was I saying? Cold numbers, hot numbers, that sort of stuff. Depending on the order the number first came out, that determines how hot or cold a number is. 29 is the next result, still in the middle column, this time in the third dozen. It's still black and odd, but this time it's high, and it's in the voisin section of the wheel. So, for instance, number 1 was our first result. It's on 7 spins. That doesn't really matter. Number 5 came out prior to 15, 9, 11, 17, 7 or 27. So that one is top of our hot numbers list. 13, warming up a little bit. Unlucky for some, is it unlucky for you? Middle dozen first column. A black odd low number rather. I think I've done that twice with 13 now. And it's part of the TCS, so we're getting a lot of repeat numbers on that marquee now. 13, 7, 17 I think is out there twice. 4 is still just about there on there twice as well, isn't it? So we've got a lot of numbers repeating on the marquee, but no actual repeaters for a while. He says, unlucky for some, is it unlucky for you? I bet you're sick of me saying that. I'm sick of not pressing the button correctly. 13, twice in a row. Black odd low. Middle dozen first column, TCS section of the wheel. My least favourite number out 2 times in a row. That's twice in 2 days 13's repeated on me. Never done a trebellina of 13. That's 3 in a row. Is today going to be the day? The 8th of July 2019. Is that going to be the day where 13 comes out? No, it's not. 5. 5 red odd low. Middle column in the first dozen. And part of the TCS section. Building the drama for absolutely nothing. 5 is on its 7th appearance of the day. Doing very well for itself, joint with number 1 in the 3rd position. Number 1, 54 spins since we last saw it. It needs to pull its finger out. 20's gone completely to sleep. 15 on the other hand is warming up. 15 I would say is getting hotter by the spin, or feels like it. 15, a black, odd and low number in the 3rd column in the 2nd dozen, and part of the voisin section of the wheel. 15 is on its 7th appearance, so it's joint 3rd hottest with 1 and 5. 0 still very much in the lead, although it's fallen off the marquee again. It's rare to not have a 0 on the marquee at the moment. Number 9. For some reason, whenever I think of 0, 9 comes in. There we go, there's the confirmation of 9. 9 red, 9 odd, 9 low. 9 3rd column, 9 first dozen. 9 orphalan. Don't know why I called it like that. We've got 6.5 minutes to get more spins. I was going to say to get your chips down. You have no chips. Well, you might have chips, you might be playing along mentally. Ocho, Snowman, number 8. It's 0 with a belt and a tan. It's also in the first dozen, in the middle column. It's part of the TCS section of the wheel. And how many times has number 8 been out? It has been out 4 times. Relatively respectable. Not on the cold numbers list, not on the hot numbers list. It's just average. I'll tell you what isn't average. 0. Is it going to come out? Of course it's not. 20 is out. After 90 spins, 20 graces us with its presence once more. A black, even, and a high number. Middle column, middle dozen, orphalan section of the wheel. But it's not enough to get on the hot numbers list. You've been slacking, number 20. You're only on your 5th appearance of the day. So only 1 ahead of number 8. So 20 is come out at last. 19's nowhere to be seen, neither's 31. All the rest have been in the last 100 spins. Number 9, right next door to 31, but not close enough. 9 is red, 9 is odd, and 9 is low. It's in the third column, it's in the first dozen, and it's in the Orphaland section of the wheel. 3 Orphalands in the last 4 spins. 2 of them have been number 9, one of them has been number 20. 20 and 9, they share neighbours of 31 and number 14 together. So they're quite close. Next door but 2. Number 10. Next number. First column, first dozen. Black even low. In the TR section of the wheel. Seems to be going on a bit of a low theme. 20 breaking the chain of lows, but since that repeater of 13 we've only had 20 as a high number. Decent mix of red and black. Red's still slightly topping black. Number 24, a black number. It's in the third column. It's in the second dozen. It's even and high, and in the TR. Next result on the way. 4 minutes to the end of the session and the end of today's spins. Depending on how the wheel behaves, I will either start a new session on the 9th, or we shall carry on this session from the 8th. So a session can go on for thousands of spins, or it can go on for a couple of hundred. Double carpet, 33, in the third column, in the third dozen. It's black and high, and it's an odd number in the TR section of the wheel. Racing through these last few spins. It's your last opportunity today to view the wheel. It's going to be saying goodnight, a little bit like me, even though it is currently 5 to 3 in the afternoon. My sleep pattern's all over the place. However, I'm sure that will change in the not too distant future as we go into Casablanca 22. Another double number, as it were. 22, black even high. Middle dozen, first column. Part of the Voisin section of the wheel for number 22, black. 22 is doing relatively well for itself. It's on its 6th appearance. Not hot hot, not cold cold, just average. 26, however, is warming up. 26, black even high. Third dozen. Middle column. And part of the Voisin section of the wheel. 26 hasn't been on the marquee for a while, actually. I might be overstating 26. In fact, I definitely am. It's only on 6 appearances. Loads of numbers on 6 appearances. You've got to repeat for me to give you praise, 26. Legs 11, the final double number. 11 black, odd and low. Middle column, first dozen, TR section. And it's our 6th black number back to back. Are we going to get 7 black in a row? We had a long chain of, I can't remember if it was red or black, we had a long chain of one colour earlier. I think it was 12 spins we got in total. Are we going to do the same here? 22, Casablanca, another double number. Middle dozen, first column, black even high. Voisin section, twice in 4 spins. Twice on the marquee. Warming up very nicely. Joints 4th hottest with 1, 5, 15 and itself 22 and legs 11. Still no other number in the double digit club, it's just the big green 0, but that's quietened off. 29 is the next result, continuing the black numbers. It's in the middle column, third dozen, it's black, it's odd, and it's high. Voisin section, of course, for 29. Are we going to continue this chain of black numbers? We are with 20. 20, black even and high. Middle dozen, middle column. Orphaland section. Most of these black numbers have been high as well. 10 and 11 are the only low numbers we've had in this chain. Got 28 seconds. Now, am I going to leave you in suspense if this continues? 26, out again. third dozen, middle column, voisin section. If this isn't a black number, am I going to leave it on? Or if this is a black number, I'm just going to continue spinning, I think. Because I want this chain to see how long we can get it in one session. Watch as I'm still spinning in another hour, and we just have exclusively black. 27, my favourite number, and the last number. 27, it's red, it's odd, and it's high. It's in the third dozen, it's in the third column, and it's part of the TR section. Now, this interlude, it's time to say goodbye once more. It has been a pleasure as always, but before I leave, I'll take you through the full stats of what's been going on since we started this session a mammoth 182 spins ago. 0 came out 11 times, 1 came out 7 times, 2 and 3 both came out 4 times, whereas 4 came out 3 times. 5 came out 7 times, and 6 came out 3 times. 7 was out 6 times, 8 was out 4 times, and 9 was out 8 times. 10 black was out 5 times, 11 black 7 times, and 12 red 3 times. 13 black 6 times, 14 red twice, and 15 black 7 times. 16 red came out 4 times, 17 black 6 times, and 18 red 4 times. 19 only came out the once, 20 came out 6 times, 21 4 times, and 22 7 times. 23 came out the 3 times, 24 came out 5 times, and 25 came out twice. 26 and 27 both came out 7 times, 28, 29 and 30 all came out 5 times, 31 only came out the once, 8 times for number 32, 5 times for 33, 34 3 times, 35 twice, and 36 5 times. They made out your results, and that gave us 48.4% black to 45.6% red. That chain of black numbers switched it to the blacks. 6% for the green 0, 48.4% for odd, 45.6% for even, 44.5% for high, 49.5% for low. The first column came out 27.5%, second column 33.5%, and the third column bang on track 33%. First dozen 33.5%, second dozen 30.2%, and the same 30.2% for the third dozen. And finally, voisin came out 45.6%, the TR was over with 34.6%, and the Orphaland 19.8%. Your hot numbers? As we know, 0 came out 11 times, 32 and 9 8 times, 1, 5, 15, 22, 11, 27, 26, and maybe some more that have fallen off the list came out 7 times. Cold numbers, 19 and 31 clearly with 1 spin apiece, then 35, 14 and 25 with 2 spins apiece, and the quiet numbers, the 5th quietest number was 28, 74 spins since we last saw that, 95 spins since we last saw 12, 97 spins since we last saw 3, 118 spins since we last saw 31, but by far our quietest number was the number 19. 150 spins since we last saw that result. My name's been Adam, it's been a pleasure as always to spin for you. I hope you had some fun at the wheel, and I'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new set of spins.